and I hate you.
Okay. Most people don't know that years before Kourtney and Travis were known as a Hollywood power couple, he was obsessed with her sister Kim. And to make matters worse, his ex-wife even claimed that they had an affair. And people are starting to question if it's the real reason that Kourtney is so mad at Kim, because what really went on with Travis and Kim is seriously dark and twisted. Years ago, Travis wrote a memoir, and in that memoir, he exposed some pretty insane things. But I don't think he ever realized that he was setting himself up for one of the most awkward family situations years down the line, because in the memoir, he dedicated an entire chapter to his obsession with Kim Kardashian. It's honestly pretty insane. Here's what he had to say about her. First of all, he described her as eye candy and even called her hot. Obviously, she wasn't his sister-in-law at the time, but can you imagine being Kourtney and reading your husband saying that about your sister? It's no wonder that she's been in a years-long fight with Kim. But it only gets worse from here, because he admitted to taking her out on a ton of dates. He said that he took her out to lunch and dinner dozens of times, and that he wanted to act like a gentleman. He even said he was shocked that he even wanted to treat her like this, because at this point in time, Kim was still mostly known for her adult take. So in his mind, you would think that he wouldn't want to treat her like a lady. But in his words, he did. He even said that they were like two kids in love. I can't even imagine how Kourtney reacted to reading that. He said that they were so sweet to each other, and it was so innocent between them. Kim would call him up and tell him that she wanted to see him again, and he would agree. But he claimed that their relationship never went further than that. Just dates and acting like little kids around each other, which is honestly hard to believe. Because when you read the rest of his memoir, he was never that sweet or innocent in any other relationship that he's been in. So I don't know why he chose Kim Kardashian to be the exception. And his ex-wife Shanna Moakler had a completely different version of events. And if it's true, it honestly explains why Kourtney now absolutely hates Kim. Because when you look at their feud, it definitely got the worst than it's ever been when Kourtney started dating Travis. Like, she was jealous of Kim's past with him, and they'll just never say it on the show, because Kourtney doesn't want to draw attention to the fact that her sister dated her husband before she did. Shanna's story is pretty wild. She claimed that the reason she and Travis even got divorced in the first place was because she caught Kim and Travis having an affair. Yes, according to Shanna, Kim is the entire reason for their divorce. She said that everything that he said in his book was a lie, and that she had texts and friends who could prove it. According to Shanna, it started with an affair with Paris Hilton, and then he met Kim because she was working for Paris at the time. And based on the rest of Travis's memoir, that does line up with his other behaviors in marriage. He claimed that the night before his first wedding, he cheated on his future bride with 30 to 40 different women. So the idea of him having two affairs with two people who were best friends definitely doesn't seem that far out of the question. And even though Travis claims that they didn't get physical, Shanna claims that she has proof that they very much did have a physical relationship. And before she even knew about the affair, she was begging him to stay away from Kim and focus on their marriage, because he seemed to be obsessed with her. And he even hired her to model for his clothing line, but he refused and insisted on having a relationship with Kim. Shanna claims that shortly after, she was sent the text between Travis and Kim that proved that not only were they having an emotional affair, but also that they had gotten physical. She even said that many of her close friends had witnessed Kim and Travis being physical. They had seen it with their own two eyes, so she knew it was true. Can you even imagine being Kourtney in a situation? It honestly makes everything make sense finally. We've watched as Kourtney and Kim have been in a constant battle for the last few years, and now it's finally all adding up. Kourtney is threatened by Kim. She's read just how much Travis adored her sister, and she knows that Kim had him first. And even if Travis and Kim both claim that it was after his divorce and that they never got physical, Shanna claims to have proof that that's not the case. And not only is it not the case, but she actually blames Kim for the downfall of her marriage to Travis. Can you imagine if your sister was the reason that your husband's last marriage ended? It'd be hard enough knowing that your husband's last marriage ended because he cheated on his wife, but then to know that the mistress was your sister and you had to constantly spend time with her? I'm sure that Kourtney is always constantly on edge and doesn't want them anywhere near each other. You probably constantly worry that your husband was going to end his current marriage to you and get back together with your sister. I mean, it's not like she's some random person that they can avoid seeing. Kim is Kourtney's sister. So even if Kourtney claims that their fight is for something else completely unrelated, it's pretty obvious voice that she's just threatened by Kim and terrified that Travis will end another marriage because of his obsession with Kim and because she can't keep them away from each other. She's just starting fights with Kim in an attempt to distance themselves from her. I honestly just don't understand why she married him in the first place if she was so threatened by his relationship with her sister, because she knew all this information when she started dating him. The book was published and Shanna had spoken out. If she was going to be so worried about him cheating on her with her sister, why did she date him in the first place? Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think that Travis would ever cheat on Kourtney with Kim, like he allegedly did with Shanna? Do you think Kim would be interested in Travis these days? He really doesn't seem like her type at all, and considering how badly she wanted to be famous at the time, I almost wonder if she was just using him for the sake of boosting her career and hoping to become more famous. Let me know what you think about this bizarre theory about the real reason behind their feud in the comments.